Hello and welcome to our third DVD from the Russian sports massage series. The topic of this DVD is deep tissue rocks. All of us are aware of and probably using hot rocks as a part of your treatment. However, we're gonna introduce to you the rocks when they're used for the purpose of accelerating recovery of the athletes after the competition or excessive exercise. So hot rocks will be used as a tool to slice and dice the skeletal muscles and surrounding and soft tissue in general. And let's get the rocks. So some people use spoons or gloves, or as they grab the hot rock, they put it in cold water for a second or two. In my mind, it all defeats the purpose. You would like for the heat in the rock to last as long as you can. So it's all matter of you personally, you learning about the unit that heating up the rocks and knowing how to grab the rock and the temperature that it should be with your hand. If you can handle it with your hand, then it's easier for you to transition this temperature to the skin of the client. So, of course, be mindful of the fact that in the corners of the unit or next to the wall in general, the temperature is higher. So just understand it and have some lighting, or you learning about your unit will be the best tool of preventing the cases when you would burn the client. That's a big concern, and I have been doing it for many years, never ever even possibility of burning the client simply because of this approach. Not the glove, not the spoon, not the cold water next to the hot one, but you just go in, you fish the rock that you need, the shape, the size, and you just flip it over twice for the water not to drip on your way from the unit to the body, and you apply the rock. If the rocks are hot and you would like to transition through safer way, you would be better off using one rock at first instead of two. So you use one rock, you use your hand, it's already warmed up from the rock. So then if you place in your hand, that already introduces part of this higher temperature. The other hand still holding on to the rock, and there is a little space between the thumb and index finger. That's where you will gradually start introducing rock to your client. So again, do not start, of course, with the kidney area, because it's generally more sensitive area. It will maybe a sacroiliac or from the rib cage, and you start. This is the best way, safe way to introduce the heat of the rock to the client, to your patient. So first one, just along the spine, paravertebral area, and over the shoulder. Now, the temperature, of course, has a tendency to escape. So the rock has to be flipped for you to keep the temperature even, because if you do it 5-6 times with the same side down, as you flip it, it will be too much of the difference between the temperature of between the other side and this side. So get into the habit of flipping the rock as you're applying it to the body. And again, some rocks are unevenly shaped. Of course, there is more heat will be in the thicker areas. So also be mindful of that and use it to the way you hold it and flip it with that in mind. As soon as the rock losing its heat capacity, and there is a point of optimum switch for the rocks, and you need to learn about it as you practicing, as you experiencing different temperatures. You would want to grab another rock as soon as this one almost empty, but still has some heat in it. So otherwise, massaging with the lukewarm rock, it's annoying and it's ineffective. Now, as the body gets used to and the temperature, so now we use already 2 hands over the flat rock. Now there is no need to cushion the rock. It goes right on the body, and we're covering bigger area, big circles, heavy circles. We're not holding on to the rock. It's sandwiched between comfortably relaxed hands and the body. So no tension in your wrists. The idea is for you to work as if it's just your hand, like a rock is an extension of your hand. So the pressure, everything comes through the rock, like it's your own hand. So combination of linear, away from the spine, and circular stroke, and going over the scapula, and over the scapula. And again, remember to flip the rock to keep the temperature even. After you've done it on both sides, then it's okay to grab two rocks and do two at the same time. Up to the side and few circular compressions over the attachments of the rotator cuff muscles, the tendons, and again. And now two rocks together, covering bigger area. Still remember, bigger area of contact means you engage in bigger number of receptors at the same time. And as long as this application is monotonous, it leads to the quick and deep inhibition of the area.